After our science squad day at the library, I also have a young child, so we frequent the library. And I had parents and children coming up to me at different events afterwards, telling me how much they loved the event and how doing hands-on things with science really got their kid just talking about science nonstop. And so it's that case for the library and our after-school club at Crockett. The kids love it, and I love to hear them moan and groan when we tell them that Science Day is over and that they have to go to pick up line for their parents. So the kids really get engaged in science, but at the same time, our Texas State students, my favorite quote from one of them was, I can't believe it was so easy to engage kids in science. So this project really helps their community and our Texas State students.
So the greatest benefits to our community partners are related to leadership development. So these are young children in the community. We're working with kids ages kindergarten through 8th grade, and they are getting outside of their comfort zone. And so one of the things that we believe in experiential education is that every time, the saying, the learning happens outside of your comfort zone, every time these young people do something that they didn't think they could do, what actually happens then is their comfort zone gets expanded. And not only are we doing outdoor activities with the kids, but we're talking to them afterwards. We're debriefing the experience. That's sort of the clinical or social work therapeutic part of it, and asking them, okay, what was the experience like for you, and getting them to reflect and make meaning of the experience. And then if they say, I realized I could do something that I didn't think I could do, the follow-up question to that is, well, where are other areas in your life where you're experiencing some difficulty and you're not sure if you can do it? That you could use this sort of newfound courage that you've gotten, this confidence, and use it and apply it in that situation. And inevitably, kids will talk about academic settings. They will talk about family situations that they're facing. And they'll talk about just really maybe being the first one in their family to go to college or even graduate high school. So I think the transfer of learning is really the greatest benefit to the community partner. I mean, of course, they love doing the activity, rock climbing and being on the river and doing all that great stuff, but it's the transfer. It's what are they getting from that they can then use in their lives that I think is the greatest benefit.
For the community partners, I think the benefit is that they get to use us in some ways as a testing ground for ideas that they haven't been able to bring completely to fruition. So for the Office of Sustainability at the City of Austin, the work that we do are projects that they're thinking about doing in the future. They're real projects, and that's one of the criteria for me in the classroom, is that these aren't made up projects. These aren't just ideas that came to somebody in their car on the way to work that day. These are real things that the City of Austin, in this case, intends on putting money into, intends on putting labor and effort into. And so for them, it's an opportunity to get the value of a group of bright young people, ambitious people, thinking around a project or an idea that they know is in their future as an agency. So I think they also like coming in and working with students. I can tell you, when we work at the university, we take for granted sometimes after the period of time how much fun it is to be in the classroom and how much fun it is to work with a group of bright, young, ambitious people that are looking forward to starting their careers and starting their lives. And so I know in a lot of my conversations with the city agency staff, one of the things they value is simply the opportunity to give back to that environment, because they themselves came from that environment, and it's fun to come in and help the students grow and the students to make those professional connections that we talked about. And then they also get a little bit of work out of it, in the sense that, again, we're focused on these projects that they themselves may be picking up in the near future.
They conduct, it's just to sum it up, we usually have about 12 to 15 people per semester, and since they're conducting 15 visits, each of them, we're providing about 400 visits for the court, which is a really appreciated contribution because they don't have staff to send to the wards in variety of locations around Austin.
I think that it's wonderful and important for a university and the community to understand and have a relationship. And I think that I know that all of my partners have expressed so many times that they just honestly these days wouldn't be able to do what they do without our help, that the interns make all the difference. Their workload is so tremendous, and they treat my interns like staff, so they're getting a lot of help, and we're getting to give our students the chance to see if it's a good fit.
I think the greatest benefit is the fresh third-party perspective that these partners get with us. So, for instance, the NVCN out of California, Volunteer Caregiving Network, they truly value a younger generations, especially at our undergrad level, review of a lot of their digital marketing efforts, initiatives, social media, and their view of the organization, everything from the way their website looks, the feel of it, to some of the posts they're doing, and different ways of branding the organization. And I think our undergraduate cohort right now really does a great job with that. The graduate programs or the graduate projects, I think those vendors really value the service marketing analysis that they do at that level, the thoroughness of it. Yet at the same time, these are also industry professionals. A lot of our grad students are working in healthcare organizations. So they're looking to make contacts, to meet some of these grad students, get their perspective, and maybe even follow on use of that organization's services, or at least follow on benefit with regards to that relationship.